with another episode of the Republic of Players podcast. We are here with the main crew. My name is Ronan Fox. We have Paddy Toner. How's it going, Paddy?
Hello. Don't skip the fact we're back on YouTube. It's like
we are back
exclusive,
on YouTube.
completely exclusively, forever. We're like Ninja,
exclusive,
except for we're going to
exclusive.
Yeah, exclusive.
Yeah, we're back on YouTube. We're gonna be here for the foreseeable future. We think it's the right decision. Everyone can watch us at any quality, whether you're in the middle of nowhere, like John, or if you're in a city if you're in a city like Paddy. And the
big city of Kilmacrenan. There's two pubs and a shop here. We're the big city.
So we hope you find it back to our home, basically. I think we started our podcast.
We started here. If you go back on the videos, there's loads and loads and loads here. And it's just a lot of people are complaining to me that they couldn't watch on Twitch. And then we've realised that some of the people that were watching us stopped watching us because they couldn't. So decided to come back.
Too old for gaming. John Fogarty is with us.
Hello, how's everybody doing? I'm glad for another conversation about gaming and from looking at the docket, some gaming equiment, if you know what I mean.
There you go.
That's what we need.
And Aidan McCallion, how you doing?
Eamon, Jesus.
Eamon. That was a fathered head joke. Eamon.
Other totals. I'm doing good. Cannot complain.
Keeping well.
Yeah. Dodgy beginning to the week, but things are starting to settle down. Getting good now.
Yeah, we have moved on to totally teams in work like yourself. So it's been kind of just training people in on using that and training students on how to do video calls, and it's been a challenge. Press the link. Where's the link?
Wait, what mouse?
Oh my God, I'm on the screen.
That reminds me. One of my cousins was trying to teach his mother how to use a computer, and he was like, right, grab the mouse and now move it. We shouldn't be laughing, but it's funny.
It is funny. You have to laugh.
It is funny.
There's not too much else to laugh at in the world, so I'm going to take that one. No, it's been good. We're just getting everyone used to it. We were using Zoom. I think that has just about seen its last legs, even though we're using it here today.
Wait, what's wrong with Zoom?
In terms of our company, I think the privacy of Teams seems to be top notch. So we're going to be using that for
everyone stop changing everything. We just stay the same. Yeah, just sick of it.
Yeah, exactly.
Sick of it now. Now what's coming out?
Set up a Microsoft Teams.
There's a Facebook Teams. There's everything, that bloody stuff. Everyone's
there
trying to do
is
everything.
an argument for it there, isn't there, Aidan? Like, you could set up the podcast, you could bring up the notes, like Jordan.
Yeah, you could do absolutely everything with it.
For God's sake, leave me alone.
It's kind of clunky, but it has
There's
an argument.
Just leave me alone. I'm done with it. If you want to do it, you do it. You're in charge now, right? I've done enough. We've done enough. We're that bad. We're going back in circles. Rick's sick. We're back on YouTube.
Hell, let's just go back to Facebook and leave it there.
And everyone knows it's YouTube's algorithm, so hit that like button.
Yeah, exactly. Hit the like button, please. Share us out.
Subscribe. All the good stuff.
Again, this is the first episode back, the return. So we do.
I was gonna start season 2. I was like 72. Wait, what episode?
No, we're not. No. Fortnite did that and it didn't work, so we're not doing that.
Works for a lot of TV shows.
But I want to get to 100 and go, it's our 100th episode.
I know, but might never happen.
And then season 2 after that.
And then season 2.
Mark says, I just want to go back. I used to say, it's Mark, you're still on Twitch. You have to do the F1, buddy. Sorry.
Yeah. How is the chat doing anyway? But yeah, we're back on YouTube. It's actually been a really good place at YouTube recently, with a lot of the big streamers going back to it. And it's become a really good place and a really kind of regular place that I watch live streams as well. And I think even like 3 or 4 weeks ago I was saying that I just watch recorded content, but since Dr. Disrespect is there now regularly streaming, I find myself watching him an awful lot. So
but to be honest, I don't watch live streams personally myself at the minute, but I'd say it could have happened. Dr. Disrespect is actually live right now. Don't go look at him, look here. But the it was good. Sorry.
Hopefully he raids us.
Yeah, hopefully. It was kind of like what I was saying. I think it was 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago. I don't know if it's the same with everyone else, but like I watch YouTube a lot on my big screen television. It's kind of like my TV. And I wouldn't really, if I was on Twitch, I'd be on my computer. So the fact that if I'm I'm just scrolling because I'm on YouTube and I'm seeing stuff like Dr. Disrespect and other streamers come onto the platform. I'm the same. I'm watching a bit more live content because it's there on my leisure time. We'll say it's there when I'm on my couch flicking through YouTube. So yeah, it's kind of cool.
Yeah, I mean, you seen, I took a video the other day and sent it on to you, John, of my son watching you actually playing Minecraft, and like he
Great
literally
video.
ran into me.
Everybody
And he's
should
like,
go watch it.
Honestly, he goes, too old for gaming, has a new video up. And I honestly thought he said Dr. Disrespect for some reason. And he had it on. And I heard your voice. I was like,
I could see the comparison.
Not Dr. Disrespect. And I looked around. I was like, it's John. I'm taking a video.
Ronan was
so definitely not Dr. Disrespect.
Thereabouts, John.
Dr. Respectful. That's what I call myself. Very respectful gentleman.
YouTube is unreal though for the likes of TV shows. Like I can watch a full episode, or you can watch all different. Like I watch a lot of Pawn Stars and stuff. I can sit there and watch Pawn Stars the whole bloody day if I want to watch it. It's some job.
Well, for me, it's unbelievable for education. And
Cribs,
using like really good quality videos in the classroom.
Yeah, it's good for like. Let's face it, it's the easy way to watch TV or watch anything you want to. Like it's a great platform for it. It's better than Sky. Everything's better than Sky.
Also, because we're Irish, I will mention that OSW Review and Super Eye Patch Wolf are two incredible Irish YouTubers.
Yeah, awesome. I've seen both of them. The OSW was great for the old wrestling reviews.
They're deadly. They're amazing.
So guys, we are going to move on to the section that we have every week. It's the What We're Playing section. Paddy, I'm going to throw it to you because you've been playing a couple of games that I'm interested in hearing about.
Not much.
I.e. Tony Hawk's.
Play a goddamn thing, but he's talking about you.
I've been playing nothing.
That game.
Yeah, that one. I've been playing. Yeah, Tony Hawk's Star. I picked it up the other day. I picked it up a few weeks ago, but it came out Friday, I think it was. I started playing Friday morning. It actually feels better than the demo did. I think I don't know why it does, but it does. If it runs better and it's easier to play or something. But it's probably more difficult than I remember. There's some parts of it where I just can't do it. It's wrecking my hair, and I'd be pulled out trying to do it. But it's a great game. It's very comfortable to play, and it's very enjoyable. It has the exact same thing. It has all I think it's 8 levels. I mean, I just jumped straight to the second game, and it has like 8 levels in it, and you've got 2 minutes, and you have to get SKATE, you have to do high scores, you have to hit bells on walls, you have to do all the old stuff. It just brings you back. The soundtrack is probably like the best point in the game. I love the soundtrack of the game. Yeah. Some great music on it, but it's definitely one to pick up. It's a brilliant game if you haven't played it. You picked it up as well and jumped the 2 boys. You didn't pick it up, Ron, but the 2 boys.
I have it.
No,
I picked it up.
Another skating game up, Skater XL. I'm really, really enjoying that at the moment. It's a little bare bones at the moment. It came out in early access on Steam, and I bought it very early on. It's super realistic. The 2 sticks are basically controlling your 2 feet, and the 2 triggers are controlling your kind of turn. So you can kind of hold the 2 down, and he'll crouch down, and then you press one of the triggers, and he'll go to spin, and then you release, and it's very, very realistic. Like definitely,
I've heard that. Skate is like that as well, isn't it? With the thumbsticks.
Yes,
same thing.
it's very similar to Skate. Yeah. It's early access. No, actually, it just got released 1.0, but it's still very bare bones. A couple of maps on it. There's not much to do. You're literally doing like tutorials and try to do this move. But I mean, anyone that's out there that is a skateboard fan, definitely check it out. It's really, really good. Really realistic.
Yeah, definitely.
Really realistic.
On my radar.
It's on your radar.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah,
it's good. That and Sessions is another one that's out there that's very similar.
Played Sessions a little bit when it was like really early access.
Yeah, I haven't played that one now, but that's kind of similar, supposedly.
I don't see many people on skateboards up here anymore, but I've seen you were on a skate park and seen there was good people in the video and stuff like that. So there must be still people skating enough around, because I don't that I see it that much anymore compared to the way it was when we were younger. But
I mean, that skate park is pretty new, so you do have people that are probably just getting into it. But when we were there, actually, there was an older man there who was skateboarding like way back, the Tony Hawk kind of heyday. And we got chatting to him, like, and he was like, yeah, like I really enjoyed skating when I was younger. I'm only after getting back into it recently because of the whole hype around Tony Hawks and stuff. So he was kind of showing the young lad kind of tricks. I mean, I don't know whether you ever tried to, go into a half pipe, but it is very scary.
I actually did a lot of skateboarding, but I never actually went to a skate park or anything like that to go down a half pipe. I think Mark and stuff would have. But I'd say it is scary enough, to be honest.
Yeah, you need to kind of commit. If you don't commit, you go backwards, and if you commit too much, you go forward. It's really
You
cool.
have, to be,
like
you have to be solid and go down. That's
yeah,
basically
yeah,
it.
you just have to go
Exactly.
for it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
solid.
it's a really you get a massive appreciation for Tony Hawk doing a 900 when you can't even
Like,
Yeah.
get yourself into a half pipe.
We
Like,
used to hang around with like pro skaters and stuff like that.
Nice.
When they were used to be around and making videos and stuff, like they were completely on another level. There was one lad
Yeah.
that had like, what was it, the highest ollie in Ireland, and there was another lad,
Wow.
and they just do sets as they call them, flipping stairs, and they did some amazing shit. And it's just like you're on one level and they are on complete other. Like I could do
Yeah.
some tricks, but they are.
you're there with
unbelievable.
your one trick, and they're like
Well, it wasn't
jumping
I could-
over you.
I could do a few, but it was like pro footballers against like novices. And basically the
Yeah.
way I can do it. Say it.
Massive
It was
gap.
just massive gap. But skateboarding's definitely a great pastime if you're younger enough. I don't know if you get too old. Tony Hawk's is still doing it, but I
You
suppose
need to
that-
be fit to do it.
yeah, you do. Yeah.
Has any of you watched the Pretend I'm Superman, the documentary?
No, I heard it was out though. I
No.
haven't
Yeah,
had a chance.
it's really worth a watch. I
Yeah.
really enjoyed it.
He's a really nice lad. He was on. I watched him on the podcast on Trop-cast. I wish. Yeah, I wish. I
Oh,
watched
on
him on.
Trop-cast.
We watched him on
Special
Joe.
guest,
On,
friend
I
of
watched
the
him
show.
on Joe Rogan, and he's pretty good the way he goes into detail and how the
Who?
game. Joe. Oh yeah, who? Yeah. Lee Bartasky. Oh yeah, Joe Rogan. You know, UFC superstar, commentator, the cod fatter.
Never heard of him.
Never heard of him. I wouldn't mind being in the
I
same
love
room.
all of his stories of not being recognized. I always think that's some of the funniest stuff.
Does he? I'd say it happens a lot.
He gets
Yeah.
asked so many times, "Who do you think you are, Tony Hawk?" That happens. He tweets, his Twitter is always he tweets always, and anytime anybody like doesn't recognize him and makes it funny, he tweets about it. It's really funny.
Yeah, he's a good character too. He's pretty very down to
Yeah.
earth. He just seems like a normal guy.
A great ambassador for skateboarding.
Yeah, perfect kind of mascot.
I suppose
for that
that's why
sport.
he is the most famous skateboarder alive. Like he has to be. To be fair.
There's always
he's the
one, isn't there?
wholesome
Like
one.
biking, it was Dave Mears, wasn't he? The
Matt
Matt
Hoffman
Hoffman.
as well.
Matt
Matt
Hoffman.
Hoffman.
Oh right, yeah.
I
Nice.
remember Dave Mirra. That was another game.
Yeah.
Colin McRae, rally.
Colin
Colin
McRae, yeah.
McRae, yeah.
Michael Schumacher for
Schumacher.
F1. Yeah, just
Tiger
like-
Woods back in the day.
Yeah, definitely Tiger
Until
Woods
all that
would
stuff
be
happened.
I
Leo
suppose,
Messi and Ronaldo.
I suppose that's why they get the recognition for the games and
Paul McShane.
yeah,
Yeah,
whoever that is. Yeah,
definitely.
Roy Keane.
Yeah.
That's it. We go on all day. Paddy Toner.
Paul McShane
It's a good game though. I'm not sure if it's going to have like longevity with me, but
Yeah.
it's definitely one. It's good to pick up and
Yeah.
play for a while and keep going. But I don't know if it's one that I'd be playing this time next year. But they're not going to.
Yeah. No,
It's-
I agree with that. Like
Yeah.
it's very good, and I did give it a go. I played like the first 2 levels. I played it for about 20 to 30 minutes. I had good fun. What was killing me with it was, and I suppose maybe back in the maybe it did. Maybe there was a second analog.
Back in the day.
I found the freaking analog stick really weird on the right hand side to move the camera around, and also the camera
You
was
don't
moving
touch
it on the
that.
left stick as well. That's what I was saying, but because my brain has been so, and I know I used to be there, but my brain nowadays is so used to touching it, that took me a good 10, 15 minutes to like move my hand away from it. Because when you do it, you're just like looking up at the sky and you're like,
Yeah.
because you're trying to freak out the camera. You're controlling the camera with
I wonder,
both
could you
sticks. It's like
lower the
freaking-
sensitivity or something? Would that
It's
help?
handy
No,
for finding
yeah.
stuff when you're looking for secrets
Yeah.
and stuff. But the trick is to not touch an analog stick at all.
No,
I
yeah,
think.
no, I kind of got that because I was like,
Just
I actually,
use the
I moved
D-pad,
to
is
the,
it?
yeah, I
Yeah.
moved to the D-pad. I moved to the
Yeah.
D-pad. It was way better. But the thing, my proudest achievement in that, in my 20 minutes, half an hour playthrough was that I got the special bar up and I did the freaking moving it around, like the stick around, because I was using the stick at this stage, and I hit the button and doing one of the tricks, and I was like, oh yeah, I remember I was doing a freaking trick at this, like an actual special.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
A lot of people.
And
say
it was
it's
a freaking muscle memory.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's it. A lot of
muscle
people are
memory.
saying it's muscle memory. They couldn't believe that they can remember all the old tricks and everything they picked
Yeah.
up straight away. But I suppose if you did it thousands and thousands of times when you were younger, it's going to
Yeah.
come back to you, like riding a bike, as they say. It is a good game. As I said, I don't know if it's going to be one of these kids playing next
Have
year.
you been playing anything else, Pat?
I was playing.
You're a little
PGA.
low. You might be, and you're
know, it's
blurry.
fine.
Yeah, you're also
Are
a little blurry. You're out of focus as well.
Hello. No, it didn't work. Probably have to turn off the camera and turn it back on again. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah.
I'll turn it back on in a second. The PGA Tour, I was playing that last week, which is pretty
yeah.
good. Decent game. Reminds me of the old, like I enjoyed the old golf games. As you said, Tony, or what's it called?
Tiger Woods.
Tiger Woods games were brilliant. they're great. Great crack sitting around with mates when I was younger, drinking and handing the controller over and playing, and remind me back that where it's not so too technical and it's not as difficult as some of the games that preceded Tiger Woods. It's a great game. It's competitive. I don't know if it's a 60 quid game. I don't know if it hooked me.
It's a less polished Tiger Woods.
Yeah, it's a less polished Tiger Woods, but very good, very enjoyable. What else is I playing? Apex Legends. Played that again. Picked it up. Love it. Still love it. Wish. I don't know what it is about the game, but I love playing it. It's great fun. The fast-paced shooting is just really up my alley. I just feel like I'm Aiden today with all my games. Telling them all it is.
You just need a JRPG and you're golden.
It's sports petty. It's sports petty day.
Sports petty day.
Sports
Yeah.
games.
To be honest, lads, like this week I haven't really been playing. I've been taking a little step back from gaming and trying to focus on business. To be honest, I find I get more done if I don't play games, because I think, like, I know it's hard, like we're on a game podcast now, but I find if I game, it gives me the rush that I get from business. Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
I totally get that.
Yeah, it feels like you're accomplishing things, whereas if you're not gaming, you're accomplishing them in business or something. Do you know that kind of way? So I was kind of stepping back a little bit and giving it a rest this week, and to be honest, I'm getting more done. I think that's just the way it is.
You just have to prioritize, I think, especially when we are gamers. Like, it's very easy to get caught up and just game all the time, but if you do have something productive to do, definitely try and get that done, and you'll enjoy gaming even more. Even getting that break, like I actually had an idea to take a 2-week just total digital break the next holiday that I have. And I am thinking about doing a digital detox, just to kind of clear the head, get away from it, and then I know for a fact when I come back I'll just enjoy it, even more than I was. So it's good to take a break.
But definitely is something to be said about the endorphins that gaming releases, that you could be getting it. You could be getting when you're trying to accomplish other things in your life. It does take the endorphins you get from gaming, takes away from the endorphins you get from accomplishing other things. And it as you said, it does. I think finding the balance is correct. Whereas I do be gaming a lot, and as we've always said it anyway, mental health is important, and you need to be finding a balance in your life. You need to be getting exercise. You need to be gaming a little bit. You need to be getting things done in your life too.
Yeah.
Likes for living.
The weirdest thing is as well, and it's kind of talking about what you're talking about there, is I'm finding kind of the opposite. Kind of doing what you're doing, but kind of I don't know really why the reason is, but I'm finding it recently that I'm finding it harder and harder to play games on my own. The only reason I play games recently at the moment is either if we're on playing something like Tarkov or something, or if I'm recording content or streaming. I actually, bar Ghost of Tsushima, which I still haven't finished, I might never finish, I generally don't play. I usually, like, if I'm sitting down, I watch something. I've gotten, and I should start playing stuff a bit more, but I've kind of gone off playing. Not gone off in a bad way. Just that I couldn't really explain why, but I've kind of just haven't been playing games on my own if I'm not making content from it, or if I'm just having a crack with the lads. I'm not entirely sure why.
This may be a really unpopular opinion. I feel the exact same way, John, and I feel like, to be honest with you, the games that have been released, maybe in the past year, especially single player games, have been just very, very samey. Not that they're not good, not that they're, there's a lot of work put into these, but when I play one game and then I play the next game,
AAA, I'll say, because a lot like JRPGs
and that's what I mean. Like,
that will have a bit of difference about them. But I get what you mean. I get what you mean. Yeah.
I'm gonna say the game that I played there at the start of the week, and it felt like totally different to me in such an amazing way, and that was Death Stranding. I got to play the first about 4 hours of Death Stranding. Looking at that game and looking at footage at that game does nothing to try and coax you into playing it. When I sat down and I played it, and I realized how wonderful and imaginative it is, and how sci-fi-esque the game is.
Kojima, baby.
I was honestly, I was blown away. Like, the landscape graphics are the best I've seen on the console so far. The moment to moment gameplay where you go over, you pick up a piece of equipment, it weighs you down in some way, and you have to kind of think tactically about what way you carry stuff. Have any of you guys played it? No.
I played it probably the first 5 hours of it, and I really need to get back into it. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it immensely. I just haven't played it since. Actually, what happened to me was
it. Now I have to say,
I was playing it on stream, and then a thing happened. My big TV that I used to stream from, and there's a sound problem with my monitor, so I couldn't stream my PlayStation anymore. Paddy has since said that I could fix that by plugging the thing into my headphones into the controller, which makes sense. But I just haven't set my PlayStation back up here since, so I probably will go back to it.
I found it a breath of fresh air in terms of it just felt so weird and different to all the games that I played, this year.
Those bounce animations are amazing.
It's unbelievable. Like just the moment to moment, I didn't think I would like it as much as I did. One of my students actually brought it into me to play it because she was telling me, you got to play it. It doesn't do anything looking at videos or looking at gameplay footage. You have to actually be part of it and jump in.
It's probably cheap enough now, isn't it?
It's actually on sale now. It's 30 quid now. There's some really good sales at the moment.
And on PC at the minute,
Days Gone is 16 quid. I picked that up actually. It's a game that I wanted to play. I knew if I waited out, I'd get it on a good deal. So 16 quid for Days Gone.
Days Gone is very samey for me, to be honest.
It's possibly, but for 16 quid,
I did enjoy it. I'll agree that it doesn't do anything new and it's a bit samey. I'll agree, but for some reason, I enjoyed that game, and I can't.
Yeah, and I feel like it's going to be.
But
the same
I do agree with
me.
you, Paddy.
I probably won't clear it, but it's something that I'll get in. I'll get chased by her. I think this is really cool. Like, and
that's the top. That's the best part of the game is when you see your first or one or two.
I look at that game and I think. I look at that game. I think I may as well be playing a Far Cry game.
That's exactly what it reminds me of, and I don't like Far Cry.
I hope. Listen, it doesn't give me the Far Cry.
It does. It gives me the move to the next part, do the same thing again, move to the next part, do the same thing again, and don't get attacked. Don't get attacked on the way.
That AAA modern open world game.
Yeah, modern world. Open.
Don't get it twisted. I enjoyed it for some reason, but
but for 16 quid, it doesn't really matter.
It doesn't have an original bone in its body, same as. But that's maybe the hordes. Maybe it's just seeing those massive hordes. It's an original selling point. But it's go here, collect this, sneak up on the enemy, stab him in the neck from behind. You know the drill.
Yeah, no, I know, and I'm expecting that. That's why I'm I'll leave it there. I'll let it sit there, and then I'll jump into it one of the days. But for 46 quid, I got Death Stranding and I got Days Gone. That's a pretty good deal in this day and age.
I like that. I like Days Gone. I preferred. I've already said it. I preferred Days Gone to The Last of Us 2 and Ghost of Tsushima. Fight me.
I can't play. I can't get through The Last of Us. Sadly, the last time I turned it on, I sat playing guitar for about 2 hours and then turned it off.
There you go.
Stop playing guitar in the game, because it's actually a pretty good guitar game and a mini game in that game where you can actually change chords.
Guitar Hero.
Yeah, exactly. No, it was pretty good. I was there singing, trying to play a song. But yeah, it's I'm not saying it's a bad game. It's just for me at the moment, I feel like every game is trying to do the same thing. And Kojima, it just felt like he was
something different.
Screw all that. And it we know the story behind him. He was trapped in Konami. He was released, and then Sony basically gave him the keys and a blank check and said, "Go and do what you want." And I think that really shines through because there's nothing like Death Stranding out there. Absolutely nothing.
I don't know if he always needs to have no restraints, but it's nice that he got that one game.
Yeah. No, and he will get restrained, but I mean, it's nice.
I feel like we're going to end up with him back in Metal Gear at some point, and God, I hope so.
It's got to be Silent Hill if they get the rights to it. That's got to be the next game.
Yeah.
But all the sounds of it, that might just be happening and nobody knows about it.
Yeah, I hope it is. Because it's a great franchise, and Silent Hill 2 is one of my favorite games of all time. So I'd love to see that back.
It's the sort of game you'd love to see some Kojima weirdness in.
Yeah,
exactly. John, we were kind of back and forth here, but have you been playing anything else apart from the games we mentioned?
I had actually, would you believe, after my little tiny rant. But I played it on stream, as I was saying. I played a little bit of Mortal Shell. Mortal Shell is a game, from what I was reading, it's made by 15 people, and it's like a Dark Souls homage game.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah, it's really. I kicked my ass. I don't know how hard it is. I don't know if I just need to get used to it or whatever. But I'm a guy who is kind of used to Dark Souls. The thing about this game is you don't have an Estus, and you're basically picking up mushrooms off the floor and eating, finding dead rats off of enemies. So it's not like, oh, I'm in trouble. Don't worry, I've got 4 Estus left. It's usually you're I'm in trouble. Is there a mushroom on the floor here somewhere? What am I gonna do? I never really.
Let's go mushroom picking.
I never really had much I never really had much healing items or anything, but
Yeah.
I'm mad to go back and play. It's really good. It's polished. I heard it's kind of got, it's not mixed reviews. It's kind of gone up to this, like we'll say the 70s to 80s between critics and people reviewing it. And I've heard some non-critic people saying it's clunky. And I don't think it's clunky at all. So
I thought it looked gorgeous on stream.
It did. Like I've played freaking what's it called, Lords of the Fallen. That's clunky. But no, this has a flow to it. And I think what maybe people are thinking is clunky is that it's a game that kind of punishes you for clicking the wrong button. A bit like Dark Souls 1, actually, in that regard. I've never played Demon Souls, but I play the same as Demon Souls, but it kind of links up your stuff. So like if you go for a big massive swing, like you're stuck in that animation for a while. So if you time that wrong, the guy's going to go and like freaking poise stab you to death. So like you really got to time when you do all your attacks in it. And it's got a cool mechanic. Instead of a shield, the guy can harden. Giggity. He basically turns to rock. So when they hit you, it reflects off you, and you have to time that perfectly. And what I like about it is in Dark Souls, when you take a swing, basically you can't attack and block at the same time, obviously. But like this, you can do it anytime. You could be in the middle of a backflip, or you could be in the middle of a swing, and you can harden anytime. So like it's kind of like using it like the second before they hit you. Well, I have to worry about animations or anything like that. It's very fun. Nice. Kick my ass. Looks lovely. You get to play a freaking lute in it. It's one of the first items you pick up, and you can just anytime you just sit down and have a jam. Nice.
Awesome.
I'm jamming.
Aiden,
I hope you like.
Oh, sorry. Have you played
all
that?
All I was going to say was but I barely got past the freaking. I haven't gone past. I just got to the first boss at the end of the stream, and I fought him once, and he kicked my ass. So I haven't even gotten past the first area yet.
Nice.
Sweet. No, I'll definitely check that one out. It looks the graphics really kind of.
It's cheap because it's a small studio, and apparently it's not that long. So it's like 30, like Senua's Sacrifice, Hellblade. It's a small studio, short game sort of thing.
Yep.
I mean, reviewing games under length is kind of a bit ridiculous anyway. Like if it's content, if it's good content throughout, whether it's 80 hours
30
or
bucks.
8 hours.
Brand new game, $30. Can't really go wrong. Like
I think that's where some games falls short, is trying to make the game too long. Have to spread the bloody thing.
I agree.
Yeah.
100%.
It's 70 quid. It has to be like 5 years long. It's like, nah, it doesn't. Chill out.
Yeah.
Resident Evil 7 is a good thing of that.
I've been playing Tony Hawk's a lot. I don't think there's a day gone by yet that I haven't played that game. I think it's maybe one of the best remakes I've ever seen.
Yeah.
It's absolutely fantastic. And what you were saying about longevity, it looks like that. I have a feeling that 3 and 4 is going to get added to that game over the next while as well. There's a lot of little hints about a lot of the achievements reference classic parks, as if there's going to be a separate section for new DLC parks. Rodney Mullen is still amazing.
Yeah.
But yeah, a lot to say about that. I also started Kingdoms of Amalur Re-Reckoning yesterday.
The remake.
Couple of guys about that actually.
Yeah.
I played the original.
I had never played the original, and I got the hard sell from a mate of mine over the week about how much he loved the original, and the way he described it sounded nice. Yeah, I kind of wanted a game that sort of felt. I wanted a game that felt like Fable but wasn't Fable, and this is kind of perfect for it. I'm only like maybe 2 hours in doing the tutorial. Just done the tutorial. That game seems really nice.
Yeah, no, it's a really good game. I think it's got like a cult following. Is that EA or am I wrong?
No, it's THQ Nordic has it now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was originally put out and like did real bad, and the studio went out of business.
Yeah.
And brought it back. Or
THQ seem to be creeping back into existence, are they?
Yeah, THQ Nordic keeps
in the
trying
game.
to buy up the IPs and stuff. It's doing pretty well.
Awesome. No, I'll definitely look at that. But I did play a lot of the original, and I don't think there's too much difference apart from maybe a fresh coat of paint. And
there's some added stuff, and there's a DLC pack coming in a couple of months' time.
Nice.
Yeah, that's brand new as well, isn't it? Like it's not like an old DLC that got remade or anything. It's
it's new
completely
DLC,
new content. That's cool. That's cool doing that for like a remake.
Yeah, that is cool. Nice.
I got that yesterday. I'm on the last disc of Final Fantasy 7.
I was going to say, let's get the weekly JRPG in there. Let's go.
I'm now grinding to try and fight Emerald and Ruby Weapon. it's been a good time. It's a
I
really
know,
good time.
I know you know this, but don't make this. I know you played it before, or whatever. But don't
Spoiler
make the same
alert.
mistake I did. No. Just don't. Before you do all that stuff, I completely forgot. I had to play that a few years ago. I was living with a few lads, and I, for some reason, thought you could put in the final disc and still do all the side missions and stuff. I didn't know that the final disc was just the last boss fight.
Yeah.
And I was
is it?
completely I was completely under leveled. I hadn't done any of the side stuff. I was like level like 47 or something, and I was like, oh no. And
So is it the whole world and the last boss fight, or is it literally
no,
just a cutscene?
just the
with
last boss fight. Just
Wow.
the
No,
last
you
boss
can
fight
still
is
you can
the-
still go around the world, but a lot of the side quests are just not available because
Yeah.
it's the world's about to end time.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
The world has changed.
every
Spoilers,
other
lads. I might play
fantasy.
it eventually. Like,
Yes. But,
I'm not
like,
quite there yet.
Every Final Fantasy, the world is about to end, Paddy. So there's no spoilers.
There was a buddy of mine
Hints
who
in the
walked
name.
into the house. there was a lad who walked into the house, buddy of mine. He's like, "Oh, why are you fighting him at that level? You're never going to beat him." That's how he talks, by the way. You're never going to beat him. It's never going to happen. And I was just silence. And I was in my own little corner in the house in my PlayStation. And they went off watching something. No word from me. Took me like an hour and a half. Finally killed him without dying. I just went, ha ha! Screw you! He's like, what? I didn't even know what I was talking about anymore.
Yeah, still playing that. I think that's all for me game wise.
Awesome. Guys, we have a good bit of news to get through and also some chunky things to talk about that were released this
it
week.
took
So we'll
40 minutes to get through our
what we're playing. It's going to
This
take
is
another.
just like a
Look,
separate
we'll
podcast.
get through a couple of these pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Twitch Sings is coming to an end.
I was
sadly.
expecting a big emotion from John, and it was like nothing. I was like, well, fine.
So
Sing anywhere.
the,
Sing
the
wherever you want.
report, the report is Twitch Sings, the streaming platform's live karaoke game is shutting down, the company announced. The company says it's decided to close down the game effective January the 1st, 2021 in order to invest in broader tools and services that will help support and grow the entire music community on Twitch. Are you upset about this, John, or was it?
I suppose so. It was a good program. Like the way they did it, the way they had the challenges, the way you could do duets was probably the best part of it. That you could either record a duet and have someone later on record the second half of it for you, or you could just on stream pick a guy, do a duet with him. It was very, very fun. I hope the reason why they're doing it, why they feel like they have to do it, it could come down to a few things even behind the scenes, like licensing the music
Yeah,
might be
that's what
too
it
much
seems
money
like.
for them.
Yeah.
And just like listen, like they're costing too much money. Maybe it was a big thing when it came out. Maybe there's not many people playing it anymore. Maybe it's not worth the cost to them anymore for people to be doing it. I'd have to see the freaking numbers, but it was good. I actually haven't really played. I used to play it like maybe once a week, and I back in the day, like it was kind of like religiously once a week, and then I kind of popped up and I did a Twitch Sings maybe once a month. So I've kind of been off it myself a little bit. So I'm not completely heartbroken, but it's sad that it's going because I know a lot of content creators use it a lot, and a lot of people have built channels off it. Like there's people like Melissa Sings and stuff who like literally used to play it like pretty much every day.
Early retirement, sadly, for that content creator. Maybe she'll find something else.
It's for sure about money.
You can just say
Yeah.
you can just do karaoke anyway.
Supposedly, it doesn't bring a lot of people new to Twitch, and that's what Twitch wants. But more than anything, is to get new people in there. Music licenses is not going to make it like the price. Like let's face it, we can't even play any song like normal songs anymore.
It must have cost them a fortune.
Yeah, so like they have to weigh up their options. It is a business at the end of the day.
So that'll be Twitch Sings coming to an end on, what did we say, January 1st, 2021. So right at the
Time
start of the
for
year.
somebody to bring back SingStar.
Yeah,
go.
exactly. Perfect Christmas release.
It could be a conspiracy. Maybe they're trying to bring it back, and they're like, "Oh, it's too many people playing this Twitch Sings game. We gotta get rid of it. We gotta get them by the jugular."
That could be it. Could be it.
PS5 controllers have microphones on them. You could literally
Yeah, there you go.
as a free PS network game.
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh Lord, that wouldn't be good to be people hacking me controller. What's going on? It's bad enough. It's bad enough for the cameras.
So two massive companies have been in the news recently, Epic and Apple, and I actually like this report. The battle between good and evil, or just corporate and corporate, is continuing this week as Epic
I actually wrote
kindly
this. I'm actually happy about that.
Yeah, it was lovely.
Thank you.
I was looking through. I was like, that's
Beautiful.
pretty good. I like that. And kindly reminded everyone that Epic users will no longer be able to log into Fortnite from the Apple Store from tomorrow, the 11th of September. A tweet reads, Apple will no longer, from Epic, Apple will no longer allow users to sign into Epic accounts using Sign In with Apple as soon as September 11th, 2020. If you use Sign In with Apple, please make sure your email and password are up to date. So
They're battling it out.
yeah, it seems like the tides are kind of turning a little bit. Apple don't seem to be budging. Epic are maybe in over their head, it seems. But we'll see how it plays out. What's your guys' opinion on this one?
I don't really know, to be honest. It's gonna be very hard. That court proceeding is going on for a very long time. I'd say it's hard to know what's going to come out of it. Like the way America's going as well, with all the monopolies and that, something's going to happen. Something's going to have to give with the likes of Disney and Apple.
But it's not illegal
Google.
to be a monopoly company. Is it?
No,
Yeah,
but
it
it's
It is.
in a certain to a certain point.
I think so.
Monopolies are completely illegal in
They
America,
They have done it before where they broke down monopolies and redistributed stuff like that to make it easier, because you can't have one company. That's why you've seen Google and Facebook and all them in court recently, is because there's too much power grabbing and they're swaying things. Like, let's face it, what the president of America got into his presidency because of Facebook, because of ads and everything. The power is too much for the big companies, and like they need to get stuff under control.
There's a really good chance that a Biden presidency would dismantle a lot of the big tech companies.
Yeah.
Why? Let's not get into politics, please. It's a deep hole.
It's not. I wasn't trying to get.
We need. No, not you, Patty.
Yeah, no, but
I heard Joe Biden. I was like, no, get out of there. Let's start digging up. No, I actually didn't know that a company could be overturned because it's a monopoly. The way I was looking at it is Apple. They're not the only company in that field. I mean, Android are there, aren't they?
Yeah, no, but the thing is, there's only two of them. And that's not good.
Apple's 56% of the American phone market.
Yeah.
But you could say the same about like Steam on
that's
as
why
a game, and
that's why Epic has said but that's what the way Epic's coming at it is. They want to jump in the same as they did with Steam, and they want to do this to Apple. It's like, don't get me wrong, Fortnite, Epic, sorry, I always call them Fortnite, but Epic, Epic at the end of the day are trying to do the same thing as Apple. It's not like they're going to come in and go, if they got to that point, they're going to go, oh, someone else coming in.
We'll give everyone money.
But that's why I'm saying, that's why I said it's corporate versus corporate at the end of the day.
And it is corporate versus corporate.
It's bullshit what they're saying, but like that's the way they're coming about. They want to get into, as far as I can see, they want to get into that market, and they want to be able to have the mobile game market is the biggest in the world. There's so much money to be made off it, and they want their own way into it. Like Apple are taking 35% of whatever's made on the 30. Apple Store. 30% are taking whatever. That's a lot of money. And you'd say to Fortnite, oh, but you can get this, but you have to give 30% of it away to us. It's like, I don't really want to do that.
They also allow you to get onto that. You know, you have to sign a contract that says if you get onto this store, then you sign this contract, and therefore
100%. But that's why they're saying they don't want to do that, because they're calling it monopoly, because they're forcing them to do it, because there is no other way to do it. So you only have 2 stores, so you have to go to one of them, and one of them has 30% markup, and they have 50% of the market. That's.
But do you not think Epic are totally in the wrong here for creating a loophole that passes through?
I don't think it's wrong. I don't, like, to be honest, why not?
But it's against contract terms and conditions.
It is
morally
against,
maybe wrong, but
it is against contract conditions. But it's the same thing as like day one of the only place who is like a pro gamer signing a contract day one, and then when he gets to day fucking 2000 and he's one of the top in the league, his contract is bullshit.
Pippen comes to mind.
If contracts are unjust, even if you've signed them, they can be overturned by courts.
Yeah, but it's Epic are just doing it for their own gains. No, that's there's no Robin Hood.
But that
here.
is it. Like Epic are doing it for their own gains, definitely, and I can see where everyone's coming from.
They come across as this like cool rogue company that are.
But you see,
they're not like that.
But they're going to. You see, the thing is though, like there's a whole thing of, even if they're in it for the wrong reasons, and even if they're in it for the money, blah blah blah, they might, if they actually won this case, they might inadvertently help smaller developers on the platform, which
it could do a lot of good.
it could do a load of good. So like, do the ends justify the means? That's the question
Could they
you need
not
to ask yourself.
create? Are they not on the way to creating their own app store?
But
Yeah,
Isn't
possibly.
this,
That's
this what it
exactly
is?
it's
Like?
not said that it is, but that's what it looks like they're doing.
But
That-
but a lot of people will still be on the Apple store.
Yeah.
If they have it so that if they find that it's unjust, that this 30% margin is unjust in court, then this will help a lot smaller developers who don't have the same amount of money going into a project, especially a new app on the market. 30% is a lot of money. So even though they're Epic are 100% just doing it to get some money and also to get some clout, like, you know, oh, look how good, we're so cool, blah blah blah. They're inadvertently, if they win this, they could do a lot of good.
Like Epic aren't that bad of a store. They do buy a lot of
don't mind that.
forests and they do a lot of good. Your man is a bit of a hippie, like to me, but he's they do a lot of good stuff as well. But they definitely, it is corporate America, and it's always about profit. It's always always about profit. And it's not about the people running the company. It's about shareholders, and it's them wanting to make the money. It's not like you have a couple of people and thing going, oh, I want to have billions and billions. It's they want billions and billions for their shareholders, for their companies to make a profit, so they make more money and more money every year, because that's corporate America. This is America.
This is America.
This is America.
This is America.
Yeah, it's interesting to watch two
Behemoths.
massive titans going.
But
head
like
to head.
if we think Epic are behemoths, but compared to Apple, they're not. They're nothing
No,
compared
but
to.
I know, but you can't say compared to Apple, they're still a behemoth in their field. Do you know
Well, yeah,
what I mean?
100%. No, 100%. But it is interesting to watch. I don't know if they're over their head, because at the end of the day, it's the court system that's gonna say who's right and wrong. It's not gonna be.
Yeah.
Epic isn't a publicly traded company either. They don't have the shareholders to
No,
deal with.
I didn't know
They're a
that.
private company, and Tim Sweeney
they
always
will
sort
be,
of
though.
had. Yeah, but Tim Sweeney always had that. Like he fought big against when Microsoft wanted to put a store in Windows and things like that. He's always been against.
Mm.
But
like
closing things down for
at
people.
at the end of it, like it goes back to the way Apple started off, the way they went up against. What are they called? BP. What was the name of that computer company in America?
IBM.
IBM. They
yeah.
went up
IBM,
against
yeah.
them, and they came with the same thing that they were trying to disrupt the fucking
You like
the
this,
bullshit
Paddy?
things.
You either die a hero
Yeah.
Yeah,
or you live long enough to become the villain.
but he did die. He did die a hero. To be fair.
So yeah, no, look, it's interesting, but we'll see how it plays out, and we'll definitely be catching up on that court case as it gets.
I'm sure there'll be something new every week. About
Gets
it.
more interesting. Yeah, exactly. So next up is some really good news. It looks like, yeah, it's also Epic teamed as well. So Nintendo have unveiled a new special edition Nintendo Switch console centered around Fortnite. The limited edition Fortnite themed Switch releases October 30th in Europe and November the 6th in Australia and New Zealand. First spotted on Nintendo Life, the special edition sorry. Special edition Switch design is influenced by Fortnite and also comes with a few game goodies. The Joy-Con are new shades of yellow and blue, while the back of the console and dock feature various Fortnite skins. I mean, my son it's his most played console. He would lose his life if I got him this for Christmas. Inside the box, you'll find a code for the Wildcat bundle, which comes with 3 outfits and 3 back blings. Fortnite will also be pre-installed on console. Not exactly a bonus since it's free to play already. Whoa! You'll also get 2,000 V-Bucks to spend in-game. Prices for the console hasn't been revealed yet for Europe and New Zealand, but Australian shoppers can expect to pay $469.95. That's Australian dollars, so it's obviously going to be
Could be like
30 quid.
three.
50 euros.
30 quid, yeah. 30 quid. For the
Australian
Fortnite
dollar
team
is
Switch.
fucking-
Nintendo hasn't said whether the limited edition console will come to North America. So I mean, look, it's the Switch is still pushing in the right direction, and we actually were talking about the Switch today. A couple of friends seem to be interested in getting that for their kids at Christmas, and I honestly
Be great
can't
for
recommend
kids.
it enough. It's unbelievable console.
Fortnite is like a massive cash cow.
Yeah.
Like they, honest to God, it's nearly getting too much for me at this stage.
And
the
the thing,
reason,
and like,
it's the reason Epic has the money to sue Apple.
yeah, and it's also it's mental if you remember it, because the years before it got released, they were trying to sell the other version, the Survive version,
Yeah.
with the freaking zombies and the building the towers and stuff. And then eventually they were like, Do you know what? Let's just freaking
PUBG's popular.
Let's go say let's rip off PUBG. Let's put in the crafted material and let's put it free. It's like okay,
Everything's a rip off of everything.
We'll give it a shot. Hopefully it works out because that was such like a last minute thing compared to how long the other thing was in development, and it's just like nobody cares about the other version of the game.
When people put
it together in like a month and a half.
When people say PUBG,
the other one was in development for years.
When people say PUBG and Fortnite are rip off each other, I don't agree at all. The concept is there, but like it's nothing like it. You know, kind of.
No, I don't mean battle mechanics. But
it's the connection between the two. Yeah. Like it was Epic seeing what PUBG was doing and how popular it was, and they said, "Hey, let's try that." And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Like it's literally copying a game mode that has become one of the most popular game modes ever.
Yeah,
so
they're one of the first
just got in at the start,
like the copying of it, because now you got a freaking.
Is Fortnite one of the most popular games ever?
Yeah,
ever.
Yeah.
Every time I look at what the Marvel is it? Who's in it this week? X-Men or something is in it this week.
Avengers.
Freaking! I saw a thing with Iron Man there. I didn't look too much into it though.
Yeah,
I think Iron Man's coming.
I'd say the pro gamers are so pissed. It's like just stop. Let's play the game. But anyway.
So speaking of a Fortnite streamer, so popular streamer Tyler Ninja Blevins is returning to his previous live streaming home, Twitch. The two parties have signed a multi-year deal with Ninja streaming exclusively on the Amazon-owned service. He says, "I am excited to get back to streaming full-time and connecting with my loyal fan base," Ninja said in a statement. "I really took my time to decide which platform was best, and Twitch has been supportive throughout this process and understanding my overall career goals. In this next chapter, I'm going to make it a point to elevate and bring more eyes to the underrepresented creators. I am looking forward to working with Twitch to demonstrate how this amazing community of gamers can make a meaningful impact." I mean, that's kind of nice to see that he is going back to Twitch. Yeah. We all kind of love Twitch here. We all use it to stream our games, even though we're here on YouTube. It's like, yeah, exactly. I know, but he's going to get money anyway. Honestly, I don't think he's the type of guy that needs to look at. Obviously, he's going to want a good deal, but he's not the guy that's going to make the decision just on money alone.
Hey, you know that money you're supposed to give?
No, he doesn't.
You know that money you shafted Dr. Respect out of? Just give that to Ninja.
Yeah. There you go. To have a few quid budget.
When he says they gonna bring more eyes to underrepresented creators, it's like it reminds me of like rappers saying they're going back to their hood. When they make all their money to bring all the guys with them, it's like you're bullshit.
So just to throw the next bit in, because it speaks of an older streaming service that's not with us anymore. This comes after almost 3 months after Ninja's previous home
my homies.
Mixer shut down in favor of the Facebook gaming partnership. Ninja signed an exclusive deal with Microsoft live streaming service in August 2019, alongside well-known streamer and former Counter-Strike Global Offensive competitive player Michael Shroud.
Griezek.
There we go.
Nice to Griezek.
Looks good. A few months later, Shroud, I should have just said Shroud. Shroud returned to Switch in August 2020.
That's the first time I ever seen his full name. He definitely looks like a Michael. He does actually look like a Michael.
Michael. I actually started watching a lot more Shroud since
Shroud is unreal. He's such a chill streamer. I love watching him. He's just nice to, and he's such a good gamer. He's watching him play Tarkov is just like he's on a completely different level.
Yeah, it's really nice seeing him play that game.
See him play Apex. He's freaking
makes everything look.
Sure, he tested Apex before it was even out.
Yeah,
like he was one of the main testers on it.
To be honest, I just like him as an individual. He's just so chilled. It's just so nice to watch, and he doesn't go out, react or anything like that. It's just nice, mellow streaming. And he stole your schmig as well, Paddy. He did. He stole it. He bastard stole it. So I talk to him every day. It's good to see. I knew, to be honest, I knew they'd all be going back to Twitch. Like, to be fair, I know we've come to YouTube back today, but see, for the bigger guys, it makes sense to be on Twitch and then have videos going to YouTube. You don't put all your eggs in one basket. You've got content going out on both, and you've got the two sides of the market. I know Facebook's there as well, but Facebook game is not going to work, and I'm putting it out there. That's what the best way to do it. Stream on Twitch, do it, get a contract, and put some of your they can put their contact a day after it goes live on Twitch. You can put it onto YouTube. So why not do that? Like Why not? If
I think the proof is in the pudding.
Yeah,
when
Mixer
Ninja
hasn't.
went-
Yeah, sorry, go on.
No, I think like you kind of mentioned it there. Don't put all your eggs in one
Yeah.
basket because literally, the Ninja was able to go back to
Twitch.
YouTube and he was able to settle there, and now he's kind of had his time to think, and now he's got this big deal and he's heading back to Twitch.
There's a lot of people that built a whole platform on Mixer, and it didn't make YouTube videos, and it's gone, and what can they do now except for rebuild it again? I'm not saying they won't. There's obviously, like, some of them won't. It's just the way it is.
Yeah.
Twitch is not the
Just
same
reality.
thing. It's just reality. Not everybody's going to make it. But it's good to see him back. I personally, I don't like him, but I can see why people like him. He's just too, what's the word? Toxic for my liking. He would, for younger people, I can see why people do like him though. He's not the most toxic person on Twitch.
Jesus, no.
He's not.
So let's move on to topic of the week, guys. So I think it's topic of the week anyway.
Well, it's kind of like
yeah, it's the
very-
last thing on it. So let's go topic
there's
of the
one.
week.
There's one more of the week. There's one at the bottom in the video.
Oh
one.
yeah, well that
You can do that first if you want.
2 topics of the week.
Yeah, it is.
2 topics of the
Basically,
week.
yeah. Where's PlayStation? Is the question.
So okay, we'll do where are we going? Okay, Nvidia have announced their next series of graphics cards, and it's very exciting for some, but if you have already upgraded your card, you might be a little heartbroken by the price point of these next generation cards. And yeah, it's very interesting and very good for people like us that have 1060s.
Yeah.
Does anyone have a 20 series?
No, 1070.
1070.
There you go. So we're all laughing here in this chat. So there are three models in the new 3000 series RTX update, including the entry level, relatively speaking, 499 RTX 370, the 699 RTX 380, and the beastly 1499 RTX 390.
That's what I'm buying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All and nothing else. Just have that in a case, an empty
just
case.
sitting there. I'll have it up here.
Sit and look at it.
Yeah.
It's powerful, boys. It's powerful. Ooh, the heat.
All three are built on
Look at it,
NVIDIA's
that's spinning.
new Ampere architecture, which NVIDIA says will improve power efficiency over the previous system by nearly double. Some early benchmarks suggest that even the 499 RTX 370 shows substantial performance improvements over last year's RTX 2080 Ti. Oh, God.
They're
Oh, I feel
$300
story.
on eBay in America now.
Yeah,
Such a sad story.
Which
It's
checked in
hilarious.
at £1,000. Moving up to the pricier units adds more computing firepower, including a jump to the GDDR6X memory, which has essentially doubled the bandwidth of the standard version. In short, the new architecture should make NVIDIA cards monsters when it comes to cranking out HD graphics at high frame rates. Awesome.
This is what good news.
I know.
Yeah.
Wasn't mentioned
Absolutely
here as
awesome.
well. There's a couple of other things. There's loads of new features. Direct storage is one of them. Direct storage allows the graphics card to read the information straight from the SSD without having to go through the CPU first. It allows loading in of things to be like twice as fast because the graphics
So it
card
takes the brute of most of the games.
yeah, because a graphics card is like these are like 6,000 plus cores.
Yeah,
And these
I
graphics
wasn't the
cards.
right person to write that, so it's glad you're here, Ian. It's just like I swear to God, lads, it was like I'd be in PC groups and all that, and they're all chatting. I was like, "What the are you talking
Flip
about?"
chords.
There's a, but you don't know by the core center of mass. I was like, "This is not science based, right?"
That is like Homer Simpson where he just backs into the bush.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Looking up at the sky.
It's like, does it work? Does it work? It's double the power. That's what I'm
Yeah.
talking about.
So what are we talking here? 4K resolution easily? 60 FPS?
120 4K with no problem whatsoever.
Yeah. Sure, they have
But
the
on
3090.
now, like the games that are now. So obviously this is going to push games to the next level. Yeah.
Graphic wise, games aren't going to go up that much. I keep thinking that, and like I think the memory and frame rate is the things that are going to improve most in this generation.
Maybe stuff like a lot of stuff like dynamic luminance and like dynamic lighting and stuff like that, and the stuff that is really taxing on a processor are going to get great. And like that's what I'm saying. But that's only new to the freaking 20 series. Like, do you know what I mean? So like it's really going to push that and like make things look shinier. And
Like, to be
look
fair, every time I see like a video of the new PlayStation 5, a new Xbox, I'm like, what? I don't see a big difference here. And you just keep going on about, oh, the power. What? What are you talking about?
It's lighting. The ray tracing cores have gotten like nearly twice as efficient as the one last generation.
The only very good one I've seen is the ray tracing with the Minecraft. That looks unbelievable.
Oh, yeah.
Like, that's it. Like, and everyone else looks normal. I was like, there's no difference here. Minecraft looks unbelievable.
Control also looks,
Tarkov is still running like crap.
Just skipping
even
frames.
even on the 3080 Ti, it's
What
still.
you talking about? Yeah, beta.
the streamer
Soon.
suite that they announced with these graphics cards as well seems absolutely insane.
Say that again.
The suite of streamer software that comes out with this.
Oh yeah,
looks
it does look.
insane.
It looks
Yeah.
very good.
Yeah, they're using machine learning
We don't need
cores.
these anymore.
The
Speaking
machine,
of
the-
actually
green
PC
screen.
building, I got the privilege of building Jack Lang's PC last
did?
Friday
Oh,
on
3090
stream
into
actually.
it.
Yeah, we put a 3090. We put a 2060, which he got at a really good price. Honestly, it was 270. I'm gonna say.
Good price.
I mean,
Very good price.
he was within the budget. He had a couple of quid to play with, and he went for the no. Did I say the 270? The 260 is what he put into
Yeah.
it.
I think the
Um,
260 is gonna be a really easily sold card if you want to upgrade as well.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm looking at, honestly, at the moment. If I'm being honest with you, I don't think I'd be able to afford a 370 and a new system, a new console. And as we've seen, as we're going to go on to topic of the week here, we've got pricing for the new Xbox Series S, which is the digital only, and the Xbox Series X. They're going to launch on November the 10th. Microsoft have finally shown their hand in the console wars and revealed their plans for the future of Xbox, letting us know that not one but two consoles are on the way. The Xbox Series S, and the Xbox Series. I hate the naming
there's
of
loads
these
of them.
consoles.
It's even worse that the last pub was Xbox One X. It's like, what
Yeah,
the
One X.
fuck?
It's like the exact same thing. So make sure Series is in there. That's how
Yeah.
you know it's new. So,
Xbox
and the Xbox
SS.
Series X are on the way with a price point that is sure to be seen as very competitive against whatever Sony has in store. The Series S is sitting about half a step above the Xbox One X and half below its twin sister, the Series X. But with it being for sure in the category of the next generation and with price at €299 is one not to count off the
Out of the
fight
fight.
for market share of gamers. So, I mean, $299 is unbelievable. And then the Series X is coming in at €499. What do you
This is
make of these
insane.
two consoles? $299 is
The
a
price is
price, isn't it?
insane.
No, it's good.
It's a masterstroke, really.
I don't know how many of us were right, but I know I was. I think we were all kind of thereabouts
Yeah,
around 500 mark, weren't we?
I said about
Yeah.
500. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
definitely the price point. I
Yeah.
think we've said it. Oh,
Yeah, we said it was never going to go across that.
Yeah, some people were
barrier.
saying like not us, but some people were saying like, oh, it's 700. It's going to be crazy. It's like you're mad to
599.
think
I
that they're
think
going to
was
599. I think would be. You could see it happening. You could
Yeah,
see it
that's
happening,
what
but at and above that, I thought was mental.
You could see Xbox doing it though. So this is a massive like power play for Xbox. Honestly, the way I see this, because I have a PC, I've got my exclusives that I want to play on PC
Yeah,
through
same.
Game Pass, which I'm going to throw it out there once more. It is the best gaming service out there at the moment.
it gets better in a week when all these idiot EA games get added to it.
Honest to God, like EA just
great.
got added to the library, and
Yeah.
it's just an amazing service.
Game
Like I
Pass.
Skid
love it.
3. Skid 3's there.
Is it? No way.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
Xbox Game Pass. If you have a PC, it
It
makes
has
the new consoles
Skate
irrelevant.
3, the
Hold
Dead
on,
Space
Skate 3,
trilogy.
3 on PC or Xbox? Xbox.
I'm not sure if it's on both.
I don't think
know
there is a
I
PC
know it's
version.
on. I know it's on that Xbox EA Play. It has Skate 3. It has the Dead Space trilogy. It has the Mass Effect trilogy. That's insane.
So let's put this into perspective. If you got the 299 console,
Yeah.
Game Pass comes with that free. Am I right? For like a
no,
year subscription, or did I
you
see
get-
something
I
along
think
the
3
lines of that?
months. I think you get 3 months for free.
So
Probably something
the
like that.
day you get that console, you have Xbox Game Pass, which
Yeah.
is, let's say it's over 150 games.
230 games it'll be because it's 150
And some of
now,
them
there's
are
80 more
Yeah.
coming.
honestly top notch.
Fantastic. Yeah.
Um, what I'm thinking here is this could be a really good, second console to the main PS5. So have your PlayStation, PC, and then if you have a few quid, buy the Xbox 299.
The best
See,
deal
that's-
is the Xbox All Access thing that they're doing, where
Yeah.
it's 25 quid a month for the Series S, 35 for the Series X. That gets you the console and Xbox and Game Pass Ultimate, which includes Xbox Live Gold. And if you pay for it for 2 years, you keep the console.
Yeah, we have so the expansion of the Xbox All Access to 12 countries, offering you next generation Xbox and 24 months of Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, starting at, like you said, $24.99 a month with no upfront costs. And at the very bottom, which is a massive plus for the service, EA Play comes to Xbox Game Pass at no additional cost.
Game Pass Ultimate is 15 quid a month anyway. If you take that into account, that 24-month thing, the consoles are actually cheaper,
Yeah.
which is insane.
What do you think, Paddy? Is this a good move from Xbox?
Yeah, it's unbelievable. To be honest, the €299 for the digital one, I can't see anyone making a better deal or a better play. Like if PlayStation did the same thing, they need to do something in the lengths. Like I know a lot of us think of ourselves and think of the gaming market, but the mainstream market is the one you want to focus on the most and think of it. And when you think of the mainstream market, you're thinking of single mothers. You're thinking of, all the people that are trying to buy their kids these products. And if you said to them, this console can play all the games, you can get this for $299, it's gonna blow it out of the water. There's gonna be a lot of people buying this console, and
for Christmas.
Like if you think about the whole market as the mainstream is the one they want. And I understand that there's a lot of gamers, and we are the mainstream, but we're a lot worried about power and all this. I'm not personally, but I know a lot of people are worried about the power and the this and that. It has this ray tracing and all this stuff. That Xbox does the job. €299. It's a bargain. I'll buy one myself. And maybe not day one. I'll definitely be getting the PlayStation 5, but I will be getting that $299 console because it's
a great way.
It's so cheap. It's so cheap. It's cheap.
Even if you are getting PS5,
you can play all the Xbox games on it. It may not be the be all and end all and not the most powerful machine. I've got my PC sitting there, but I'm just saying it's not the big. But it's $299 console for all the exclusives on Xbox. All you want. It's a fantastic move, and to be honest, that's what I think of it. I think of mainstream, and for mainstream gaming, it's going to win. I'm not saying
the only argument that I have to that is when you look at mainstream, you're talking about mammies buying their kids the console. That's not the mainstream. Kids are not the mainstream. People, the average gamer is 30 years of age. Like we've seen this. And so we are, believe it or not, the mainstream.
I agree with you that kind of, but gamers are getting younger and younger. I think
it started off at our age.
I think there's a lot of us at our age, but I think most kids play video games. If not practically all of them.
No, definitely. But the average age of a gamer is 30 years of age. So I know what you're saying. There is going to be kids getting it, but I also have to say that if my son came into me and asked me for a console, the console that he's going to ask for are the one that all his friends are playing. Now, maybe that will turn around and be the Xbox, and they go for the Xbox, and it'll be great. Parents will be delighted. But then, if you are somebody that is a kid and you have a PlayStation 4 and you're after purchasing loads of digital games, the minute you get a PS5, you have that access to your PS4 library. That's never been done before, and I think for me, that's what swings PlayStation, regardless of price. Like, they're not going to go over the boundary here. PlayStation is not going to be 600 quid. It's going to be $499 for the non-digital version. And I reckon it's going to be 400 quid for the digital version. I don't think it'll go as low. But I still think PlayStation.
I feel like this is going to be the first generation where there's no runaway winner.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a close one, 100%. But I think the install base of PS4 makes a difference.
But I can honestly say that we can see people buying both consoles.
With
100%. Is
if
such a nice price point for that.
Yeah, let's face it. Like, all of us here would buy one of them consoles for $299. I don't like. It takes the argument out. Like PlayStation, that's our first console. Well, it is. I know. I'm not sure what Aiden. PlayStation, your first console as well, Aiden, or be Xbox.
No, PlayStation.
Yeah,
I bought the Xbox first.
Did you?
I actually got the Xbox first as well myself.
Yeah, but like, what do you stick to now? It's PlayStation mostly, isn't it?
It depends where I am. My PlayStation's on my desk.
I had Xbox original Xbox 360, and when the two Xbox 360s broke on me, I went for the PS3, PS4. So I'm not honestly, I'm not brand loyal. Like, I'm just looking this
Okay.
as a business
I've
kind of
owned,
move for both.
I've owned all of the consoles, to be honest. I probably have owned
Pretty
every
much.
single one of them.
I didn't have the original Xbox.
I had
360.
the original PlayStation, original Xbox.
No, I didn't have the original
I've had
Xbox.
everything. But
Great
the-
system.
But other than
the
that, I pretty much had everything.
like the best memories.
360 was my console for that generation.
Yeah, I've had
Yeah,
360.
100%.
But
Yeah,
I've had 360. I've had the PlayStation 2. I've had
Better
the
choice.
GameCube, I've
Yeah, I
the
hate the PS3 controller.
I have them all. But like honestly, I will need to see what PlayStation does. But I can see everyone buying that version of the Xbox as well as the PlayStation.
You were
even if
in
have
one
a
and you
PlayStation.
think 400 for the all digital edition?
Yeah, it's
PlayStation?
going to be 399 for the digital. It's going to be 499 for the main. And even at that price, I don't think it's going to make a difference
And
to
see the
I
Sony
thought
being
that as
beaten.
well. They're taking a massive loss, but it probably would be the only real move to make.
Yeah, no, I reckon it is going to be. And if people look, I know the PS4. One of the biggest kind of turning points for PS4 and Xbox at the very start was the price point. Okay, that was clear as day. And they just won hands down at anything they presented at. PlayStation seemed to have this flow about them. Honestly, now I'll be honest with you, Xbox have a really good flow at the moment. They're getting in first party studios. They're doing everything right. Honestly, I think what Xbox are doing is absolutely fantastic. This is also part of their strategy to try and get more people that are brand loyal to PlayStation to come over to them. But I still think with the install base of PS4 that the library is such a massive thing that people are not going to go, okay, I'm going to leave my PlayStation 4 for a new console that's that's £100 cheaper and leave possibly 300 or 400 games sitting under their PS4.
No, that's a good point. That's a good point. And the fact, and I didn't think about that, and that is a great point. That is this one of the first times it's been done where your digital games will go across from PS4 to PS5. Yes, you're sitting. I suppose the way to counteract that is maybe you can get these games back with freaking games with gold, but obviously not games with gold. We know what I'm talking about, Game Pass.
Yeah,
but at the same time, it mightn't be all the games you want, and plus you do still have to technically pay for them again.
I think it's really exciting that
exactly.
both consoles are in such a good place, to be honest.
Well, really screwed Xbox as well. Just to go back to one of your points you made there earlier, Roland. It wasn't just the price point or anything like that. What really screwed Xbox last generation was that absolutely disastrous launch event they had.
It was the worst.
People lost their jobs over that. You know what I mean? It was that bad.
Really bad.
When he uttered the word, when it was like all digital and it won't work without an internet connection. And the man, the old CEO who's gone now, of course he is, who basically went, we have an only offline version. It's called the Xbox 360. He said that to consumers, expecting them not to lose his job. You know, it baffled them. It was one of the worst launch events of a console I have ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
What I think Xbox is doing very well here as well is I know we're not probably focused on it too much, but a lot of this generation is going to keep moving more towards the digital, and the Xbox X Cloud and the Game Pass and the subscription base they're going for is all flow in that direction. And they're doing it brilliantly, and it's beautiful.
100%.
The thing that Microsoft is nice about as well, Microsoft don't even care if you're buying a console. They have a PC, buy Game Pass. They're fine with that.
Yeah, but
what were you going to say, Paddy?
A lot of time, like today, in my opinion, anyway, a lot of businesses these days are going for subscription-based models, and it's the best one for them because they have a constant flow of money. It's constantly coming in.
Yeah.
You don't have to go out and buy one-time consumer. That's why you see them offering the 30 quid or this per month and that per month, because they'll get you in the next generation. They'll get you again to keep subscribing to them, and they have constant money coming in, and they'll put it down of every person they have, percentage of every money, it goes to shareholders. You know, and it's all going to go digital subscription services. And I honestly think this is the last generation that you're going to see this trade. Nobody wants to hear it. But no, I honestly think this is
I think you're right in a way that I think with the way Xbox are setting up with this service is to blend it over into the PC gaming world eventually.
Yeah.
You know, with something like a service like this that people aren't buying physical games, you can easily not easily, but you can get them to move over to PC, log into their Xbox companion app, and there's all their games ready to go. And now they're not in a space yet where every game is there, because we know the likes of Skate isn't there, Halo has just got released there, on PC, but they are slowly but surely moving over to a full-on PC environment, and the console is literally going to be there for the console gamers. Like, but I do think
Like if you
we're
brought
in a
that,
really good
that
place.
if you brought that process of Stadia into it, where you don't need to have the hardware there, and they got it under wraps, and Xbox brought it forward. Like, I understand Stadia, but if
The
Xbox
world will
like
not have the internet for that.
Yeah,
not now, not now. They
Always
don't.
makes
Not in 20, not in
streaming
20
is
years time.
not going to be a thing with gaming. I just don't see it happening.
Well, you don't think they could do it off? You don't think they'll have the internet for 20 years' time to do it?
No, it's not even the internet.
Not
It's
just
the technology that we're getting.
100% to that.
We're getting these massive upgrades in graphics cards. Why would I ever transfer
No, but
a
I
physical
mean-
graphics card to a streaming service that's possibly going to be a little bit laggy?
No,
I
no,
don't
but
think we're
like
at that stage.
if like I understand we're not at that stage now. I agree, but like see the way their $299 box there, whatever. If that gave that little jump start, and then all the stuff was off a cloud, like I don't see.
I
anything wrong
don't
with
think
that.
we're going to have the internet to do it off a cloud.
In 20 years, honestly.
Worldwide, no, I don't see
Jesus,
it.
20 years
Yeah.
time. Is there some difference between 20 years ago now?
I know,
Yeah,
but I
it's
still don't think
hard.
people are. Like, I think rural areas are never going to catch up.
Really? Jeez, I don't know about that. 20 years. That's a big statement.
I think digital
it's pretty
downloads
hyperbolic.
are going to be around for a long time. I don't think it's going to be overtaken by streaming a game straight from a massive server somewhere. I think people enjoy having their digital collections. It's kind of overtaken now having a physical collection. And I like the fact that I can delete a game, re-download it, have it on my system, and then delete it again, but it's still always there for me to download. And I don't think that's going to go away too soon. And I don't want it to go away, to be honest. But that's the way I feel it's going to be. Just with
Like,
gaming, it's becoming so
to be fair,
advanced.
like,
that
if I had the option of keeping the games on something else that didn't take away from the power of my PC or the power of a console, I'd keep it on a cloud. Like if it does affect it does affect your power of your system.
I just
sometimes.
think there's something magical of building a PC and having the power there. That
No, I agree.
you
I agree, but I'm kind of I'm thinking of the future. I'm thinking of future markets here. I'm not thinking of us today. I'm thinking of what way it's going to go,
Yeah.
and if it is going digital and it is going more and more, like if memory and data is like the most expensive, like data is the most expensive commodity of people's data or whatever, but like it's going to keep going more and more that direction.
100%. Like we're talking about two digital, ways that you can play games.
Like
We're
that's
talking
probably what
about
is
streaming,
holding
and
back.
we're talking about downloading.
That is probably what it is holding back that smaller console, is the fact that it's digital, is the fact you don't have a disc, is the fact of the internet. That's probably the biggest downfall of it, is people's internet. It is, like, let's face it. It's gonna be like your poor Jimmy out in the middle of nowhere with zero download and has to wait 4 days for his game. Is not going to be happy, is he? Do you know what I mean? So that is a big downfall for us.
You're still. It doesn't matter though whether you have a disc, like, because you still need to download it regardless whether it's a digital version or a disc.
I understand that, but you're not downloading it off the internet if you're downloading it off a disc. Do you know what I mean? So if
You still have to.
When
download
was the
it.
last game that didn't have a day one?
Most of the game is still downloaded.
but not like 80 gigs, you wouldn't have to download. That's what's the point in having the disc then?
It's just a key to.
That's
unlock
become a thing.
the-
What's the point of having the disc become a thing? Look at COD.
It's exactly why. You
That's
No,
exactly
but
why-
I've always kind of said it, but people are very attached. Like I'm sitting here, lads, in a full of retro stuff. So like it's not. It's hard. It's like I'm absolutely.
Yeah.
There's like a Super Nintendo there. There's an N64 there. Like I can't really say much about it, but there's. I don't know. It's
Scoop.
Scoop. Yeah.
Some bundlers.
What?
All I'd
I-
say is
Bundlers.
my last kind of word on it is it's such an exciting time to be a gamer, and to see two consoles that are back. I honestly think they're back battling it out like the good old times.
But it's not
where it
just
was
them.
Nintendo and
It's
Sega.
as Aiden said there, like it's putting him off buying a console with these new graphics cards.
Yeah.
And it can be seen- it's like
100%.
it's like they've come out of nowhere. It's like we're involved now. Do you know what I mean? And then
Yeah.
you-
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
you-
The thing that hasn't
Oh,
been
yeah,
announced
I'm-
yet that I'm really
Yeah.
excited for is that RTX 3060 is going to be an absolute game changer for 300 quid.
But what's AMD going to do? Like, they've kicked their
Next month.
ass in every other
Yeah,
aspect.
we'll find out next month.
Next
I
month.
think it's
yeah.
going to be, I mean, they did it in CPU. Price to performance has been ridiculous with AMD. They have all their graphics cards in the two new consoles. I'm thinking
would-
it's going to be something
I would
ridiculous.
love to see AMD do something mad next month.
suppose-
€30 a month for 2 years.
suppose-
You get a card that's better than anything that.
It just comes in the back of a truck.
Take
There
my
you go.
money.
To plug it into a
break your
generator.
legs, and that shows up 2 months later. You haven't paid your bills. Gonna have to take your setup there.
Supposedly the reason they dropped down the price is because the 2000 series didn't do very well. Supposedly
It was a pretty bad graphics card series. Like it had RTX, but it as a performance leap, not counting the ray tracing, it wasn't it wasn't much.
So would it be worth going with, like, what's a 1080 Ti going to be? Because they seem to be a fairly...
They're a really good card.
Yeah.
If they go down to about 500 quid, they're still very good.
Even for 500?
You're not going to buy it though.
Over a 20 or a 3070?
Yeah, I suppose you'd
Isn't that the kind of battle that you're going to have? It's like...
there's never been a leap this big. Like the 3070 for 500 quid, it's like it's
Graphics cards are
such a
going
powerhouse.
to be worth feck all. The ones in our systems are going to be worth nothing soon enough.
Yeah. I think the 10 series will hold up a lot better than the 20 series will.
But price-wise,
Nice.
do you think people
I
still
love
buy
my
them?
1060.
Yeah, those 10 series graphics cards are like almost as fast at non-ray tracing stuff as the 20 series, but the 20 series has that stigma of being the series that sort of just got overclassed by the next one.
It's the way they've like set it out that it's going to be double the power of the 2080, and then they're going to be able to give you half the price. It's just like, what did you just say?
There's never been a price performance jump in any generation of graphics cards in Nvidia's history.
But that's what I was saying. Remember, I was saying to you about it was a hint that stuff is going to be cheap enough. That's what the Xbox seems like. We did say 500.
You're just gone a bit low, Paddy.
I don't know why it is. That mic's must be.
Yeah, it seems to be kind of maybe a connection issue.
There. Hello.
No, it's still the same.
Hello.
Yeah,
That's
back
much
there now.
better.
But like the price extremely low. Well, that's not good.
No, I think you're okay now.
You're okay now, I think.
Yeah.
I got a new mic. It's probably getting too harsh on the old mic. They're not very expensive. What was I to say?
Getting that last bit of Twitch sings in.
Yeah, woo!
There you go.
But the price of stuff has gone down. Something shocking. But you look at TVs and stuff these days, very cheap. Everything's gone super cheap. Technology has gone super cheap because it's mass produced. There's so much, and everyone's in China or Japan or whatever you want to call it, and it's all coming. It's all cheap. It's great. There must be a lot of scrap in the world left because people are throwing things out quicker, and you're getting things quick. Like it's good to see it. I love to see the competitiveness in the market again because it's brilliant. Yeah. I'm just waiting for a new console. New console to come out of nowhere and just like mess up everything. Yeah. Imagine, it'd be brilliant. I suppose it's not going to happen. Apple TV.
Oh God.
I don't know if Apple will do.
The Epic Box.
Dreamcast. See, Sega's coming back. Sega's going to make a console.
I would buy a Dreamcast 2.
Yeah. Dreamcast 2, that's so cool.
I would buy one of those.
I want that to be a thing now. No, look at it. I think everyone can hear by your voices. It's an exciting time to be a gamer, whether you are a console gamer or a PC gamer. The field has really kind of leveled out. If you ask me, there's going to be, with getting a new console, you're going to have a really, really good system, or you can upgrade your PC and get a serious graphics card for a relatively cheap price. Yeah,
unfortunately.
And next Christmas, the new Switch is coming.
Jesus God.
I think I honestly think I am very tempted to get a 3060 because I just don't think there's enough like first party exclusives coming day one yet to either console.
Yeah.
Like legitimately, really I don't think either console are a day one purchase for me yet. I don't.
No, not in terms of games anyway. Definitely not.
I don't think so. So I think I might just get a 3060.
The Series S is pretty close to the price point.
Yeah.
I don't think my son would be too happy if he was like, okay, we're getting the PS5 for Christmas, but
has anyone
getting a graphics card? He's like, what the hell is that?
Has anyone pre-ordered?
No, I don't pre-order.
No.
Even
I think it'd be worth pre-ordering a console if you're listening, because there is going to be a shortage of supply.
Yeah, especially with coronavirus and stuff.
100% there will.
Especially those series. I genuinely think those Series S's are going to be like hotcakes this Christmas.
I honestly do too, but
so the 3060, is that, how much is that going for?
It hasn't been announced. It hasn't. No, the 3060 hasn't.
No, that was the 3070.
The 3070 is $499.
Oh, sorry, 3070. That's what I meant.
Yeah, is there a 3060?
That's what I mean.
It hasn't been announced yet, but it'll probably be announced in the next month.
What's one of the 3080s to 700?
And it'll probably be 300 because that's.
Yeah, I meant the 3070.
Price point.
3070.
2060 was.
I meant the 3070.
So that for me would be probably a nice upgrade from the 1060 to the 3060.
Yeah.
It's a bigger number.
Yeah, it'll have.
Yeah, let's go with that.
It'll have the race racing cores, it'll have the machine learning cores, and it'll be able to
Oh,
do
you have to
the
update the
media stuff.
what about your power supply and all that stuff? Will that have to be up as well, I suppose?
I think
No,
750
That
watts.
would I have a
is-
750 in it?
It comes
think
with the
750 is good.
adapter. It comes with the adapter for the new plug
I don't know what I have
in
in
the
mine.
box.
Oh, I seen that horrendous looking thing actually.
Yeah.
What about
Yeah.
Also, if you have a modular power supply, all the companies are selling the new lead for really cheap.
And will the processors be alright with them as well? You won't have to update
Yeah.
all that stuff.
I'm sure the new Ryzen's will be okay. Even the 1600 will be okay.
Yeah.
It's still a beast of a processor. I know it's been.
I have the 1700X. Shouldn't be too bad.
Yeah.
With
I have the
1600X.
i7, as I was saying. I think that's pretty good.
Yeah. When your processors are like within 4 years, you're fine.
Since I don't know when it was. It's like, when did that come out? I don't know.
Well, they're out every year, and we're on the 3000 series, so the 1000 series was 2 years ago.
Okay. 1000.
I'm
Is that
excited.
what-
I don't care. I'll
What?
have no money, but I'm excited.
I know, yeah. I have
I know the
I have a
feeling.
child on the way as well. Be no prams.
Hey,
No
the
problem.
first time you mentioned it live. There you go.
Was it?
Yeah, I was like, I was going to say at the start, yeah, but there's and I was like, no, I better not say that.
I thought I didn't.
Yeah. My brother also has a baby on the way as well.
Oh,
so,
nice.
yeah,
Congrats.
congrats to both of you.
Yeah, they're gonna
Yeah.
steal all our. I was like, if it's a boy, I'm done. I'm just done for all. We have to buy two PlayStations, two fucking. Saying that,
Do
me,
everything.
my daughter was playing the Nintendo last week, so and she was mad for it. She was like, I was playing Street Fighter with her, and Jesus, she was getting so excited when she was
Beating her.
She was, I was kicking her ass.
That's how you practice.
You must learn. But you could see the excitement in her face when she was winning. It's like, ah! So I think she's hooked. She's hooked too.
Amazing.
Bloody gaming.
Bloody gaming. So on that note, I think we can leave it at that. It was you know what it is. It is. I keep saying it, but it is such an exciting time to be a gamer. It
Maybe
was
not
kind
for
of
games.
Yeah, maybe not for games, but for tech. I mean,
tech, yeah.
we got all the tech we want.
No games.
But surely with tech comes the product after it comes.
Yeah.
With great
hardware.
tech comes great responsibility.
Yeah, there you go.
Great tech.
So guys, let's tell
Bub, bub.
the good folks where they can find us, and we'll get out of here. Aidan McCallion, where can the good folks find you?
The background.
And I want to see the
pop it up.
background.
Yeah, the
Please.
background. You can find me on Twitch. Oh, no, sorry, on Twitter at Aiden616.
Oh, I need a
and
toilet.
This podcast. That's
Hey!
flipped for some reason.
We tried to do the shout out last week, and I think we spelled it wrong or something.
AID.
that's- What
Yeah, no,
the-
it's looking good.
It's like your dad said or something.
is it the right way around for you? It's flipped for me.
Yeah, no, it's
You were
right, right.
flipping.
No,
Yeah,
that's
the only
good.
thing that was flipping was you. You were going like you were mirroring yourself.
Looks good.
Yeah, I'm on the show Owen an Anime podcast. Yeah, our next week's episode about Pokemon. It's a really good episode.
Nice.
Awesome, dude. John, Too Old for Gaming Fogarty, what's happening, dude? Where can the good folks find you?
Well, the good folks can find me at Too Old for Gaming. That's TOOOLD for gaming. On YouTube, I just released a great Minecraft video. Nate loved it. I got
Yeah,
good reviews,
it's really
good
good.
reviews all around the board. And I'm on Twitch. I streamed again yesterday. I'll be back again tomorrow. Playing Mortal Shell, very good. And that's for my content. And then if you want to get to me on my socials, it's the same on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
Paddy Toner, where can the good folks find you?
Donegal. No, you can.
Yes.
You can check out buyandplay.com. It's not working on the minute, so don't look at it. But what else? I haven't been streaming much. I don't know. I'll be probably back streaming next week or something, maybe. You can find me on the Trop Championships this Sunday. F1, we're on week 6, I think it is. Is it rolling? I think it's week 6 or week 7. I don't know. It's one of
7.
we're there for the next part of the F1. We're getting close.
Monza.
We're getting close to the end. It's a very exciting time to watch it. It's very good. I'm really enjoying it. I'm gonna be sad when it ends. We'll get it going again, maybe in a month or 2 months after again. The Republic of Players. Anywhere you see the Republic of Players, you can message and you'll find me there. And we'll be sticking to YouTube from now on, and it's going to stay here for good, unless some kind of new platform comes out from nowhere. But I don't think so. So thanks very much for watching.
Yeah, you can find me on Twitch at the Alpha Fox TV. Also, catch me on Instagram. I like to post some clips there of a couple of things. F1 mainly now at the moment, and our pro clubs Trop Championships as well in the Irish Premier League. Actually, next week we have 3 more games left to play in the league. and if we win 2 of them, we win the league for the second time running, so we can be
Nice.
the two-time.
Two time.
So I hope to get everyone into that and to support the guys.
Nice.
We've just been doing absolutely fantastically. They're such a great bunch of lads. So a big shout out to those guys. A big shout out to Paddy and Mark for putting on such a great event with the Trop F1 Championships. Honestly, it's the best experience that I've ever had in a racing game, and I kind of got into racing so much in the last while. Like, I'm back playing Forza again, and it really is such a serious buzz when you jump in and you do your qualifiers and you get out and you race. And the guys, I always watch the stream back after the race with a cup of tea, and it's absolutely brilliant what you guys are doing. The production value has just come, like, I think the last one, I love the camera angles and stuff that you use, you know, the sky camera angles where you see the overtakes, and the commentary is top notch as well. So please check out TropTTV _ for all your esporting needs here in Ireland. My name is Ronan Fox. I want to thank Aidan, John, Paddy. This has been Trop-cast episode 72, and we are out.
Bye. Oh, my hand.